Language is a strange thing, right? Meaning fluctuates, word fluctuates, language fluctuates all the time, and we have to always reinvent it or rediscover the purposes for our use at the moment that we live in. So that's why I think language has to have the possibility of being open.
Trapped in Heaven started in a dialogue we had about moving the written language and poetry into the textile surface.
That was interesting for me to think of letters as ornaments in order to produce curtains. One of the most important work I ever did was this letter from a missionary that worked in Vietnam in 19th century and got executed. It's a continuous work, which is this letter that people orders, and my father sits at home and writes it and sends it to the people. The way that he writes is to understand the letters, but not the meaning of the words.
And that was actually what happened with the letters. When we integrated in the textile surface, it became very abstract. You imagine looking at flowers or something else from the nature, and you actually need to study the surface to see that it is actually letters.
I always say that if you're not a genius, then you have to get the best minds around you. And that, I think, was perfect in the working relationship with Kvadrat.
We look at sustainability and innovation as the fuel in our development engine. Every time we have a project, we are investigating how could we optimize the process. And for Trapped in Heaven, it was possible to inject recycled content.
We had a conceptual idea of finding colors extracted from different trees.
We wanted to have very soft and pastel colors, so the surface could interact with the surroundings. Trapped in Heaven is constructed in a jacquard weaving, where we connect all the threads in the background of the letters, but where we have the letters, it's actually two layers woven next to each other. And these two layers, when they are placed up against each other, it creates this very beautiful moire effect.
In a way, it's to examine these borderlines of definitions of creative fields.